You don't miss them. You don't love them anymore. So why do they still control your mind? Because the connection was never physical. It was mental. At some point in life, we all walk away. From people. From situations. From versions of ourselves that no longer fit. But even after you leave. Even after the door is closed. Something invisible stays connected. Your thoughts. This video is about cutting the connection that lives inside your head. The invisible bond. The human brain doesn't understand distance. It understands emotion. If someone once made you feel valued, ignored, hurt, or dependent, your mind keeps replaying them. That's why you can be alone in a room, yet still arguing with someone who isn't there. That's why you move forward in life, but feel pulled backward by thoughts you didn't invite. You didn't fail to move on. You were never taught how to disconnect mentally. Why you're still attached. Psychology says this clearly. Unfinished emotional loops demand attention. Your mind keeps asking questions like, why did it end like that? What did I do wrong? What if I had said something else? And every unanswered question becomes a chain. The problem is not memory. The problem is attachment to meaning. You're not attached to the person. You're attached to how they made you feel about yourself. The real damage. Mental connections drain energy. They steal focus. They increase overthinking. They create anxiety without a visible cause. You may look calm on the outside, but inside your mind is still negotiating peace with the past. And the longer you allow that connection to exist, the more control it has over your future. You cannot build a strong tomorrow while feeding yesterday with today's thoughts. How to cut the connection. Cutting the connection doesn't mean forgetting. It means removing emotional access. Here's how it starts. First, stop replaying conversations that already ended. The mind loves repetition, but repetition strengthens attachment. Second, accept that closure is internal, not external. Not everyone will explain. Not everyone will apologize. Waiting for it keeps the chain alive. Third, redirect attention deliberately. Every time your mind goes back, pull it forward. Not once. Not twice. But every time. Discipline is not force. It's repetition with awareness. The moment you become free. Freedom doesn't arrive loudly. It arrives quietly. One day, you realize you didn't think about them. One day, the memory no longer hurts. One day, the line snaps. And when it does, you don't feel empty. You feel light. That's when growth begins. Some connections teach lessons. Others test strength. But not all connections deserve lifetime access. If something no longer adds value, if it only exists in your mind, if it drains more than it gives, it's time. Cut the connection. Choose peace. And walk forward without pulling the past behind you. And if this video made you feel understood, subscribe to At.PsyFly. Because here, we don't ignore the darkness. We understand it.